Good morning. In this lecture, I want to share more light on inner join, what inner join is all about, and the main function of inner join. And when we are talking about inner join, in my SQL, inner join is a keyword used to select a particular value that match. For instance, if you are having two or more table and you want to select a value that match, that exists between the table 1 and table 2. And also it's not only about matching value, it's also based on a particular condition. For instance, maybe you want to select a value from row 1 and you want to perform a particular condition if this is equal to or based on that condition. And also when we are talking about inner join, having knowledge of Venn diagram, your mathematics Venn diagram will help you to understand what inner join is all about. For instance, in inner join we call something union, that is if a value like for instance, if you check our example that you are using here, we are having a table 1 that consists of what? Of value 1, 2, 3, 4. Mean that this set consists of 1, 2, 3, 4, and table 2 consists of what? 2, 3, 7, 4. Based on this, image, you can see that this is table 1 and these are table 2, meaning that this point consists of a data that occur between table 1 and table 2. For instance, if you check this now, you observe that 2, 3, and 4 occur between these two tables. So this is main function of inner joint. Let's try to check our workbench. I already have some query. For example, now let me try to drop this database. Okay, now let's start. I already have a query. What I'm trying to perform here is to create a database, and I name my database student management system, and I create a table. This is the first table, which is what? Student table. And this is another table, student profile, and the next one is courses. And also I try to insert a multiple data to my student details and also to my course. And from here I'm trying to perform inner join. What inner join is all about? Inner join, let's try to comment these two query. Let's try to comment them and see what happen, and let's try to execute our SQL and see. And if we check the schema navigation, you observe that there is no data, like so let's try to execute this and see what happen. Okay, I think our query is good to go. Let me try to execute, and if we check our schema, is what? There is nothing like student management system in my schema. So let's execute this. Just click on this icon, execute. So now if you try to refresh this now, you see that there's a student management system. And let's try to expand. You can see that there is a table, course, and there's column, and same thing applicable to what you can see. Also there's a column, and here also there is also a column that consists our column and details. So now from here, let's try to uncomment these lines of code. Let's try to comment these lines of code. Let's comment these lines of code and see what happened. Okay, I've commented that. Okay, let's scroll down. Let's try to uncomment these lines of code. No, and okay, let's try to uncomment this. Now this is a query to perform what, an inner join keyword, an inner join, and if you are trying to perform something related to inner join. And from here, what I'm trying to do per se is that I'm trying to retrieve what, to retrieve the student ID from the student details table and course ID from what, from courses table. So now if I try to execute this query now, it will return what, and these are the conditions. You can see that's why I say that it's not only a matching value but also what, based on a particular condition. You can see that I'm trying to say that if the condition, if the course code is equal to MTH111, and also if what, if the student ID is 1212. You understand? And meaning that both, I'm using and, I'm not using or. If you use or, it will return all your data that contain MTH111 and all the data that contain 1212. So that's why I'm using and here. So let's try to, okay, but before that, let's try to select from all our student details to check if there's any data from our what, our student details. Okay, select all from, let's try to select all from student details. Okay, let's try to run this query and see. You can see I'm getting what, I'm getting three values. I'm getting three values with ID 1212, 1213, 1214. You can see now, and let's try to check if our courses table has something. So let's try to select all from our courses table and see if there's something that table for us. We can see that we are having what, three values. So now we are trying, now let's try to perform join query on this and see what will happen. So now from here, now what I'm doing, that I'm selecting, I've explained this. Let's try to execute this now and see what will happen. You observe that my table returned 2 columns with 1 row, meaning that it's returning the ID and the course code. Meaning that I'm trying to retrieve data from 2 tables. I'm trying to retrieve data from 2 tables, from student details and from course. I see I'm trying to, okay, this student ID and course code. And also you can also perform this query to retrieve the same thing. This query also is performing the same thing, the same join. You can see now. So you can either use this or you can use this. And mind you, student ID is not in my course ID course table. So it's not only on matching, maybe if only the data is maybe the value is matching. No, it's based on the condition. It's also based on the condition, because there is this a code that I come across that they did not use anything like condition. They just said that, okay, if the student ID is equal to the from this table, and if the student ID from the meaning that they duplicate the student ID in the 2 tables. Like, okay, table 1 contains student ID and table 2 also contains student ID. Now like, okay, if student ID from table 1 is equal to student ID from table 2. You understand? So that one is matching, but this one is based on the condition. That, okay, if the course code is equal to this, and what if the student ID from different table is equal to this. So it's not only based on the student, it's not only based on the on the matching value. You can also perform some condition. You can also perform some condition on your inner join. Thanks.